When I think about my why, of course I could think back about my teachers that I had growing up, how they made me feel. That I don't really remember a lot about the ABCs or XYZs that may have taught me, but they taught me how to be a good student and more importantly, a good person. I could tell stories about different students I've had that have really left imprints on my heart for a long time, because once a baby's on your roster, they're always your baby, no matter how old they get. But I have a story in particular that really centers me when I forget sometimes why I do what I do. This is from my second year teaching. I was teaching first grade in Jennings, Florida at North Hamilton Elementary. And during pre-planning, all the kindergarten teachers come and rush and get to your roster to try to see and look who you have, if you have one of their babies. And one teacher gets to this name and says, Emily, oh, I'm worried about this one because he just cried every day of kindergarten. To the last day of school, he cried. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't do well with criers. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this little boy who's so upset all the time? So I just try to think, okay, what would I want to be done to me in that situation? And we get to the first day of school, and I can see him already, and he's, wiping tears, and his eyes are all welled up, and I just give him a big hug. And I say, good morning, I'm so glad you're here. Just like I did everybody, all the other students. And he said, oh, good morning. And he looked like he was okay. We go through the whole day. He hadn't cried anymore. That afternoon, he was excited. And we go to do our dismissal routine, and I line him up and for the bus, and I give him another big hug, and I was like, I'm so glad we had a good day. And he looks up at me with the biggest brown eyes and says, Miss Murphy, you hug just like my mama. And that's the moment I realized that maybe he just needed something a little bit more. And so my why is to try to figure out every day what's something more that these students need, because sometimes we all just need something more. And our job is very, very hard, but it is definitely not boring, because every day that something more may change depending on the day, the student, the time. You never know.